Maharaja Sawai Jai Singh was the Rajput ruler of the Kingdom of Amba. He was born at Amba, the capital of the Kachwahas. He became ruler of Amba at the age of 11 after his father Maharaja Bishan Singh died on the 31st of December 1699. He was given title of Sawai at the age of 11 by the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb in the year 1699, who had summoned him to Delhi, impressed by his wit. Later he proved to be Sawai also in warfare. On the 21st of April 1721, the Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah bestowed upon him the title of Samrat and on the 2nd of June 1723, the emperor further bestowed him the titles of Rajesh, Vatri Rajadharaj and Maharaja Sawai. Sawai means 1¼ times superior to his contemporaries. These titles adorn his descendants even to this date. He had a great interest in mathematics, architecture and astronomy. The situation on his accession, when Sawai Jai Singh acceded to the ancestral throne at Amba, he had barely enough resources to pay for the support of 1,000 cavalry. This abysmal situation had arisen in the past 32 years, coinciding with the reign of the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. The Jaipur kings had always preferred diplomacy to arms in their dealings with the Mughals, since the kingdom was located so close to the Mughal power centers of Delhi and Agra. Under Aurangzeb, successive Kachwahas Rajas from the time of Ram Singh I were actually deprived of the rank and pay despite years of close alliance with the emperors of Delhi. Two of their chiefs, Jai Singh I and Kachwahas Singh, died in mysterious circumstances while campaigning in the Deccan. 6 months after his accession, Jai Singh was ordered by Aurangzeb to serve in his ruinous Deccan wars, but there was a delay of about 1 year in his responding to the call. One of the reasons for this was that he was ordered to recruit a large force, in excess of the contingent required by his mansab. He also had to conclude his marriage with the daughter of Udit Singh, the nephew of Rajarattam Ram Gaur of Shahpur in March 1701. Jai Singh reached Burhanpur on August 3, 1701, but he could not proceed further due to heavy rains. On September 13, 1701, an additional cut in his rank and pay was made. His feat of arms at the siege of Kelna was rewarded by the mere restoration of his earlier rank and the title of Sawai. When Aurangzeb's grandson Bidarbak deputed Sawai Jai Singh to govern the province of Malwa, Aurangzeb angrily revoked this appointment as Jaisnist. Dealings with the later Mughals. The death of Aurangzeb at first only increased Jai Singh's troubles. His patrons Bidarbak and his father Azam were on the losing side in the Mughal War of Succession. The victorious Bahadur Shah continued Aurangzeb's hostile and bigoted policy towards the Rajputs by attempting to occupy their lands. Sawai Jai Singh formed an alliance with the Rajput states of Mewar and Marwar, which defeated and expelled the Mughals from Rajputana. Aurangzeb's rule of excluding Rajputs from the administration was now abandoned by the later Mughals. Jai Singh was appointed to govern the important provinces of Agra and Malwa. In Agra he came into conflict with the sturdy Jat peasantry. Attack on Siddhartharaman. The Jats, like other Hindus and Sikhs, had been provoked into rebellion by the bigoted policies of Aurangzeb and the harshness of his local fanatic Muslim governors. While Aurangzeb was sinking deeper into the morass of his Deccan wars, the Jats overthrew the Mughal maladministration in Agra province. Sawai Raja Jai Singh received large funds from the Mughal courts and with the support of Bhim Singh Hardar of Qatar, Gaj Raj Singh Rathore of Marwar, and Budh Singh Hardar of Bundi, besieged the fort of Toon in 1716. Churaman's nephew Thakur Bidan Singh came over to Jai Singh and provided him with vital information on the weak points of Toon. After its conquest, Jai Singh captured and demolished other smaller forts and dispersed the Jat confederacies for a short period. Sawai Jai Singh and the Marathas. The Kachwaha ruler was appointed to govern Malwa 3 times between 1714 and 1737. In Jai Singh's first viceroyalty of Malwa, isolated Maratha war bands that entered the province from the south were constantly defeated and repulsed by Jai Singh. In 1728, Peshwa Baji Rao defeated the Nizam of Hyderabad, part of the Mughal Deccan. With an agreement from Baji Rao to spare the Nizam's own domains, the Nizam allowed the Marathas a free passage through Berar and Khandesh, the gateway into Hindustan. The Marathas were then able to plant a permanent camp beyond the southern frontier of Malwa. Following the victory of the Peshwa's brother Chimaji Appa over the governor of Malwa Gadha Bahadur on 29 November 1728, the Marathas were able to convulse much of the country beyond the southern borders of the Narmada. Upon Sawai Jai Singh's second appointment to Malwa as a far-sighted statesman, Jai Singh was able to perceive a complete change in the political situation. During the 12 years which had passed since his first viceroyalty there, imperial power had by then been crippled by the rebellion of the Nizam of Hyderabad as well as the ability of Peshwa Baji Rao to stabilize the internal situation of the Marathas, which resulted in their occupation of Gujarat and an immense increase of the forces. Nonetheless, in the name of the friendship between the royal ancestors, Sawai Jai Singh II was able to appeal to Shahu to restore to the imperialist the great fortress of Mandu which the Marathas had occupied a few weeks earlier. By May, Jai Singh was recalled back to Rajputana to attend more pressing matters, which thus resulted in his 2 years' disassociation from Malwa. In 1732, Jai Singh was for the last time appointed Subadar of Malwa, during which time he advocated Muhammad Shah to compromise with the Marathas under Shahu, whom greatly remembered the kindness and relationship between the late Mirza Raja and his own grandfather Shivaji. For this sensible advice, coupled with anti-Jai Singh rhetoric at the Mughal court at Delhi, as well as Muhammad Shah's inability to assert his own will, Jai Singh was removed from his post while the Mughals decided on war. In this regard, Sawai Jai Singh II was practically the last Subadar of Malwa, as an Ismail Mulk Asaf Jah, who replaced him in 1737, met with most discomforting failure at the hands of the Peshwa, resulting with the ceding of the whole of Malwa to the Marathas. Exploiting the decadence of the Delhi government, the Persian raider Nadir Shah defeated the Mughals at Karnal and finally sacked Delhi. Through this period of turmoil, Jai Singh remained in his own state, but he was not idle. Foreseeing the troubled time ahead, Sawai Jai Singh II initiated a program of extensive fortification within the Dekhanas under Jaipur. To this date, most of the later fortifications abound the former Jaipur state are attributed to the reign of Sawai Jai Singh II. Sawai Jai Singh's armed forces and his ambitions in Rajputana. Jai Singh increased the size of his ancestral kingdom by annexing lands from the Mughals and rebel chieftains, sometimes by paying money and sometimes through war. The most substantial acquisition was of Shekhawati, which also gave Jai Singh the most able recruits for his fast-expanding army. According to an estimate by Jadunath Sarkar, Jai Singh's regular army did not exceed 40,000 men, which would have cost about 60 lakhs a year, but his strength lay in the large number of artillery and copious supply of munitions which he was careful to maintain and his rule of arming his foot with matchlocks instead of the traditional Rajput sword and shield. He had the wisdom to recognize early the change which firearms had introduced in Indian warfare and to prepare for himself for the new war by raising the firepower of his army to the maximum. He thus anticipated the success of later Indian rulers like Mirza Najaf Khan, Maharaja Sindhia and Tipu Sultan. Sawai Jai Singh's experimental weapon, the Jaivana, which he created prior to the shift of his capital to Jaipur, remains the largest wheeled cannon in the world. In 1732, Sawai Jai Singh, as governor of Malwa, undertook to maintain 30,000 soldiers in equal proportions of horsemen and foot musketeers. These did not include his contingents in the subas of Agra and Ajmer and in his own dominions and fort garrisons. The armed strength of Jai Singh had always made him the most formidable ruler in northern India, and all the other Rajas looked up to him for protection and the promotion of their interests at the imperial court. The fast-spreading Maratha dominion and the raids into the north had caused alarm among the Rajput chiefs. Jai Singh called a conference of Rajput rulers at Hurd to deal with this peril, but nothing came of this meeting. In 1736, Peshwa Baji Rao imposed tribute on the kingdom of Mewar. To thwart further Maratha domination, Sawai Jai Singh planned a local hegemony to form under the leadership of Jaipur, a political union in Rajputana. He first annexed Bundi and Rampura in the Malwa plateau, made a matrimonial alliance with Mewar, and intervened in the affairs of the Rathas of Bikaner and Jodhpur. These half-successful attempts only stiffened the backs of the other Rajput clans, who turned to the very same Marathas for aid, and consequently hastened their domination over Rajasthan. After Sawai Jai Singh's death in 1743, these troubles were inherited by his less capable son Ishwari Singh. Contributions to society, culture, and science. Sawai Jai Singh was the first Hindu ruler in centuries to perform the ancient Vedic ceremonies like the Ashwamedha sacrifices and the Vajrapaya. On both occasions vast amounts were distributed in charity. Being initiated in the Nimbaka Sampradaya of the Vaishnava religion, he also promoted Sanskrit learning and initiated reforms in Hindu society like the abolition of sati and curbing the wasteful expenditures in Rajput weddings. It was at Jai Singh's insistence that the hated jizya tax, imposed on the Hindu population by Aurangzeb, was finally abolished by the Emperor Muhammad Shah in 1720. In 1728 Jai Singh prevailed on him to also withdraw the pilgrimage tax on Hindus at Gaya. In 1719, he was witness to a noisy discussion in the court of Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah. The heated debate regarded how to make astronomical calculations to determine an auspicious date when the emperor could start a journey. This discussion led Jai Singh to think that the nation needed to be educated on the subject of astronomy. It is surprising that in the midst of local wars, foreign invasions, and consequent turmoil, Sawai Jai Singh found time and energy to build astronomical observatories. 5 observatories were built at Delhi, Mathura, Benares, Ujjain, and his own capital of Jaipur. Only the one at Jaipur is still operational. Relying primarily on Indian astronomy, these buildings were used to accurately predict eclipses and other astronomical events. The observational techniques and instruments used in his observatories were also superior to those used by the European Jesuit astronomers he invited to his observatories. Termed as the Jantar Mantar, they consisted of the Ram Yantra, the Jai Prakash, the Samrat Yantra, the Digamsha Yantra, and the Narivalaya Yantra. The Samrat Yantra is a huge sundial. It can be used to estimate the local time, to locate the pole star, and to measure the declination of celestial objects. The Rama Yantra can be used to measure the altitude and azimuth of celestial objects. The Shanku Yantra can be used to measure the latitude of the place. Jai Singh's greatest achievement was the construction of Jaipur City. The planned city later became the capital as the Indian state of Rajasthan. Construction of the new capital began as early as 1725, although it was in 1727 that the foundation stone was ceremonially laid, and by 1733 Jaipur officially replaced Amba as capital of the Kachwahas. Built on the ancient Hindu grid pattern found in the archaeological ruins of 3000 BCE, it was designed by Vidyadhar Bhattacharya, who was educated in the ancient Sanskrit manuals on city planning and architecture. Merchants from all over India settled down in the relative safety of this rich city, protected by thick walls, and a garrison of 17,000 supported by adequate artillery. A Sanskrit epic by the name Ishvar-Vilas Mahakavya, written by Kavi Kalanadi Devashi Sri Krishna Bhatt, gives a good historical description of various important events of that era, including the construction of Jaipur City. Jai Singh also translated works by people like John Napier. For these multiple achievements, Sawai Jai Singh II is remembered as the most enlightened king of 18th century India even to this date. These days Jai Singh's observatories at Jaipur, Varanasi, and Ujjain are functional. Only the one at Delhi is not functional, and the one at Mathura disappeared a long time ago. Bibliography. Sarkar, Jadunate History of Jaipur, New Delhi, Orient Longman, ISBN 81-250-03339. Jyoti J. Royal Jaipur, Rowley Books, ISBN 81-7436-1669. Tillotson G. Jaipur Nama, Penguin Books. Michiel Schwartz, Observatoria de Astronomische Instrumenten van Maharaja Sawai Jai Singh II in New Delhi, Jaipur, Ujjain and Benares, Amsterdam, Westland, Utrecht Hypothek Bank.